old man accidentally found a woman lying in the field. The old man asked the woman if she was hurt, but she couldn't speak or move. So the old man helped her turn her body over. The woman blinked to show her appreciation. The old man said in the middle of nowhere, it would be a disaster if she met a bad man. So he got a cart. He put the woman in the cart and took her back to his house. Then he closed the door and called the police. But suddenly there was a knock at the door, and the woman was blinking like crazy, as if to warn the old man. The old man opened the door. A man said anxiously, he's looking for his wife, and he'd lost his cell phone. But the old man warned the man not to come in, because he wasn't sure if he was telling the truth. Then he said he'd help call the police. But when he heard the old man was going to call the police, the man ignored the old man's warning. He purposely broke in and interrupted the old man's call to the police. The old man was a bit angry, but the man's eyes were searching all over the place, but he didn't find the woman. So the old man had moved her before he opened the door. Then the man sat down on the sofa. The old man asked him to leave again, but the man refused to leave. Now the old man was pissed off. Either I call the police to warn you of trespassing, or I'll call the police to help you find your wife. However, in order to prevent the old man from calling the police, the man broke down and cried. The old man found it hard to understand. The man explained that his wife was mentally ill. If the old man called the police, even if his wife was found, she'll be sent to a mental hospital. He just didn't want to be separated from his wife. Hearing the man's explanation was reasonable. The old man then asked what characteristics his wife had. After hearing the man say that his wife's whole body stiffens when she has an attack, the old man believed him. But just as the old man was about to tell him, the woman was lying under the sofa where the man was sitting. The man's cell phone rang. The old man was instantly alerted.
Said you lost your phone.
So the old man changed his story and said, I haven't seen your wife. But the man didn't believe him.
Bullshit.
He became very impatient.
Where is she?
Seeing that the old man did not tell the truth, the man went straight to the old man and asked him to hand over his phone. Seeing that the man was going to harm himself, the old man obediently handed over the phone. Then he pushed the man to the ground. The old man picked up the phone. He thought that this lying man was a problem and called the police. But this action made the man to kill.
I'm gonna kill you.
The two of them fought together. In the end, the old man was killed by the man. Unfortunately, the man didn't find his wife, and he found out some bad news. The police's voice came from the phone on the floor.
There's a couple of units on the way. Please hang on.
The man was so angry that he smashed the phone. He had to get out of here as soon as possible. But in order not to let the police find out, he poured gasoline on the room. Then he lit a fire. The woman hiding under the sofa was in a state of anxiety. She tapped her fingers on the floor to alert the man. But the man didn't pay any attention. He started his car and left. The woman was about to be burned to death. The man realized he hadn't checked under the sofa. He returned to rescue his wife. But as he caressed her with concern, she turned her head away in disgust. It turned out that the man was not her husband at all. Her carelessness had gotten her into trouble. A woman came to the park alone. A